First things first, have you made a snowman this week?
No, unfortunately I haven't.
How has the weather disrupted your preparations for the game this Saturday?
Well, it's just made it inconvenient. It's the same for everybody. Football's played on grass, and we've hardly spent much time on the grass. We've been in the dome one day, and Monday, when the sort of chaos descended, it was very hard for us to all get in one place. So only half the squad trained on Monday. Today I felt it was important for us to get on the grass, and Bruce, the groundsman here, allowed us to come here. To be fair to him, we're obviously not protecting a terrific surface, but the pitch does play a lot better than it looks, and we're grateful to be on this today.
The rest of the world's been struggling to get to work. I assume all the players and staff for Reading have had no problems?
No, we all got in today. Monday was a different situation. We only got half the squad in on Monday. Tuesday was fine, and like everybody else, you get there, don't you? You've got to deal with it.
So the game, unfinished business against Preston, isn't it? Because you lost 2-1 at Deepdale early on in the season.
Well, they've continued that run at home. They've had a tremendous run of results, beating all the top sides at home, which is a little bit of a comfort for us in a way, I suppose. But Preston are one of 4, 5, 6 teams at the moment are having really good runs, and it's our job to try and keep that distance between ourselves and these teams. And the best way we can do that is by trying to get the 3 points on Saturday. Really keep them at arm's length.
I'm assuming you'll be very keen the game goes ahead, because you've not got many games in February, and it's looking a bit jam-packed in March now, isn't it?
Well, it'll go ahead. We have under-soil heating here. I can't see that being a problem. The forecast, I think, is for a bit of snow tomorrow morning, but we'll be okay. This game will go ahead.
Does it concern you, the fact you've got so many games stacking up in March now? It seems to be midweek Saturday every week throughout March.
No, I think you get into a routine, a rhythm like that, and we have a strong squad. We have a healthy squad. This is where the depth of the squad will be found out, and I'm confident that we'll be okay. We can certainly cope with 3-4 weeks of midweek games.
And just one on selection, Noel Hunter, he's back fit and available this weekend.
Yeah, he's back available and in the squad. I don't know exactly as yet what he'll do, but he'll certainly be in the mix somewhere.
Disappointed, Steve, about the derby result last night, because it means you don't have a game next Saturday.
Again, I'm not bothered. In a way, I'm not too displeased, because it was another away fixture after an international break, and if I was going to lose one fixture, it probably would have been this one. For that reason, I would have been looking at players travelling on Thursday, and then we'd have had to travel again on the Friday, and it could well be that this might just suit us a little bit more in terms of travel and preparations for that game.
Will Marcus Hanneman be available for this weekend? How's he?
Yeah, he was a little bit sore this week. He wasn't with us today because we wanted to do some specific work with him at the training ground. So, we need him really to have a game under his belt. We have a reserve game next Wednesday, so hopefully he'll get 90 minutes there, and then he'll be back in real contention. But it's a strange situation, but if he was sub on Saturday, a sub comes off the bench sitting cold and then goes into high activity, and it's probably more dangerous than if he actually started the game. So we'll probably leave him another week for sure.
Noel missed out last week, but Leroy came in. Were you happy with Leroy's performance as well?
Yeah, his work.
Keep faith with him.
His work rate was right up there. He's got to reproduce that. He'll be, again, I would think I'll probably go with Lee for this Saturday. And Lee, Kevin, all of them know that there's real competition. Goals are the solution to all our problems up front, so we need our people up front to be creating and scoring goals, so the pressure's on for everyone.
Steve, a couple of quick questions. Finally, Preston, not the most glamorous of ties, but every match is a big match, isn't it?
Yeah, at this stage now, I always look at it in many ways, split the season into thirds. We've now had the meat part of the sandwich. We're coming to the finishing line. We can see the finishing line in the distance. Each game now does seem to take on that more significance, because you have fewer and fewer games to repair any damage. So still a long way to go, but not long in a time sense. And the investment and the commitment we've all put in so far this season, we want to have a real end.
And a quick word about Stephen Hunt, about his stay. The transfer window's finished at last.
Yeah, well, yes. He's been fairly vocal in the month of January, saying what he would like to do, and it turns out at the end of it, he's here. His commitment during the last month on the field of play has been unquestioned, and that kind of commitment is what we would want at this club for longer. We offered the contract early on in the month. We saw no reason to withdraw it come the transfer window closing. We hope he can achieve his real footballing ambitions with us in the higher division next year, but it's down to performance now between here and the first weekend in May.
Did you enjoy your day in the pub? Did you enjoy your day in the pub?
Yes, the phone never worked. Tremendous, sat on top of the fire. Good time.
Preston are managed by a former player of yours, is that right?
Yeah, one of my first signs at Crystal Palace, Alan Irvine, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, always a very diligent player, and now you can see he's a really good manager. He could have really sort of sat in David Moyes' shadow, I suppose, as number 2 at Everton for many years, and a brave decision for him to be judged as a manager alone at a famous old club.
Has he been to you for any advice?
No.
What do you remember about signing him? What made you sign him?
£30,000, right winger. He did really well for us the first couple of years when we were scratching around at Palace, scratching around for players and scratching around for results, and he had a strong input for a couple of years. Terrific player.
Did you see him as a manager in waiting?
Well, he very serious young man. He wasn't live for a weekend player like so many are. He was happily married when I signed him, and just very committed to his craft, to his work, and I'm sure he's exactly the same now.